at one point of the time during the future, I guess when the technology is developed enough, and people don't need to work in like polluted and dangerous place, polluted place like cities anymore. Yeah, people will move to the countryside to better jobs.
So potentially more people will move to the countryside.
Yeah, in the future. Not near future, though. It's still, the world is still very city centralized. Oh, it's been a long time since the last breakout room.
We meet again.
Yeah.
I told you we would.
Yeah.
So how'd you study?
I also told you.
Yes.
What?
How did your studies go for did you do your entry test yet for high school?
No, it's still like 3 months.
Oh, 3 months from now. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, fix your camera, yeah? Put your head to the top of the screen so this text doesn't go through your face. There we go. That's a close-up.
And tomorrow is my exam for the mid-second term test.
The second midterm?
Yeah, the second midterm.
A second?
So we have the first, the mid-second term or something like that.
Well, how many terms do you have? You have 2 or 4 terms in your school year? Two
terms.
So you'd have midterms around January, usually?
No, that's the end term of the first term.
Right, but you only have 2. So you have 1 term, midterms, and then the second term, and finals.
No, I said that this the midterm of the second one, the mid-second term. So we have the first term, we have the end first term. Then we have the mid-second term. Then we have the end second term. Yeah, something like that. So we have 4 exams. 4 exams for 2 terms. Yeah.
Okay, so wow, and then it would be like 4 terms. Then if you have 4 different sets of tests, then you'd have 4 terms, like most schools. All right. Well, yes, it's been a while since the last time. Last time was Interest 38, the final test. But I know that you're joining. You're going to join the last one, the Interest 40 next week. So I thought it would be a good idea to do the test anyway. So let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to the ground.
Let's get started.
Yep.
All right, let's do part 1, social interaction. Topic 1, dangerous sports or activities. Why do you think people are attracted to dangerous things, whether participating or just watching?
I think maybe people love to watch dangerous things or committing to it because maybe they just like it, like the emotional. They are just the sport is just grow on them. Grow on them.
Yeah, some sports can grow on you once you watch it more. You get to know some of the people in it.
Yeah,
most teams
maybe
like that.
because people have the talent, so they just commit to the dangerous sport to get fame, to get money out of their talent. Yeah, something like that.
The adrenaline rush.
Yep.
Okay. What kinds of dangerous sports or activities do you think are popular? What are the most popular ones these days that you can think?
I don't know much about dangerous sports because I'm not watching it that much. But I guess maybe it's mountain biking.
Mountain biking can be dangerous depending on the trail they take. Yeah.
It's very tricky, and you should better have the best bike on earth.
Yeah, I've seen some of them for sure. What about like the motorcycle jumping, the Evel Knievels?
Yeah, that can be even more dangerous because the motorcycle is faster than bike, of course. But I realized that the track of the motorbiker, the motorbiker is often more generous, more forgiving for the rider than the bike than the mountain biker.
It could be, That could be. It's groomed. It's made up.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right? Because motorcycle is simply faster.
What about swimming with sharks?
Of course.
Would you try that?
Can be. No, not this time.
You wouldn't go feed a few sharks, see what it's like? Get an adrenaline?
No, it's a business of the zoo stuff.
Or boxing, yeah. Okay. So you said you don't really watch much of that kind of stuff. So why don't you like watching some of these dangerous sports or activities? Yeah,
maybe it just a part of that for that reason is like the availability of those videos of that channel about the sports in Vietnam is really I am much more into like science or history or geography than those sports. I'm not even into regular sports, let alone the dangerous sports.
Okay. So you never watch boxing or bungee jumping, parachuting? Never seen any of those on YouTube? Not really interested?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Good. All right. We're going to go to topic 2. Topic 2. Some people spend their entire lives in one place. Why do you think some people do this? What are the advantages or disadvantages of doing that?
Yeah, about the part of why do people do this?
Yeah, why
maybe
do they?
Because they're just simply very poor, like in the medieval time when most of the population is pretty poor and uneducated, and they just live their whole life in their hometown for their whole life.
So you think some of the reasons could be lack of education?
Yeah, lack of education, maybe lack of relationship between maybe your entire relatives and cousins are in that place. So you just are not moving around a lot, and
it'd be very family oriented for sure. Yeah.
This thing is reduced a lot in the modern day compared it to something like medieval time or colonial times or something like that, because the cities are now growing more and more, and people are more attracted to those cities, to that to that convenience, to that jobs, to those jobs they can get to improve their life. But
I mean, like in today, like not medieval times or anything like that, because of course then it would have been extremely dangerous. Right? but now, of course, if you wanted to finish school and go live in Ho Chi Minh, no big deal, right? Be a little different. But yeah, of course, as time goes on nowadays, it's totally doable. But go back a few hundred years ago, and it's not a very desired idea. Okay. 2. So for yourself in the modern world, we're not going to go in prehistoric times where you could be eaten by a saber-toothed tiger on the way to another village.
or woolly mammoth.
Or a woolly mammoth. In today's world, which would you prefer? Staying in one place or moving in search of another place?
Yeah, I think moving to another place is always better, because like I am doing that now. I am every weeks I am, if not because of COVID, I will move to Halong City to to get a class about math. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In Halong City.
That's a long drive.
And
that's over an hour, isn't it? From your house to Halong City?
If you drive fast, it's just about 45 minutes.
Okay. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Still far. It's like 40 kilometers plus.
Yeah. So, and why, when I'm grow up, I will be more like into that city hopping thing. Because
it is fun when you're in your 20s. It is a lot of fun when you're young. That's for sure.
Yeah, when you're young, you want to explore the world, to seeking opportunities. Yeah, so to improve your life, or just simply just entertain yourself, something like that.
It's true. And then when you get to the older group age like myself, then you want to move to the countryside.
Yeah, and stay there forever.
Yeah. Okay, so you've done your hopping around. You found the place you want to settle down, and you want to build a family and all this stuff, and you've got your career all set up. What do you think the most important factors are in a home? I mean, surroundings as well, not just the house itself, but the environment, the people, the location.
I think this is a pretty tough question. It can be either natural environment, friendly, or developed but polluted. Yeah,
could be.
I guess I choose the developed one, because
So larger city.
So I would choose the developed city, because in a city there will be good education for myself and my children, and there's also good healthcare, good
so the amenities,
good opportunities, amenities.
What a more developed area can offer you, the conveniences. That's important. Okay.
Yeah, and the jobs should have a higher salary too.
They're usually proportionate to where you live. Like that's why usually things are more expensive in the city than they are in the countryside.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're going to move on to the next one. Part 2, social discussion. You have just lost your job to a robot. Which new skills should you now learn to be successful in the world today? Remember, you have received a severance package, and you have enough money saved to re-educate yourself, go back to school if you wish, or invest in a business or whatever it is you choose to do. Explain your choice. 3 choices are suggested. First one, you could choose a new career in computer sciences, perhaps robotics, graphic arts, programming, coding, etc. Or you could follow a professional path in corporate business, law, or be a doctor, engineer. Or you could be self-employed. You would buy a farm, learn to live off the land, and start a YouTube channel called Farmer Coco's Adventures.
Yeah.
You can modify any of those 3 choices to your liking. But you got to choose one of these and give a couple of reasons why you choose that. Having the resources and finances, you're okay for a few years. And give me a reason why not the other 2. Now, you have 1 minute to prepare your answer. Starting now. right, Mr. Coco, time is up.
Right.
What have you chosen?
Maybe I chose the business part. Yeah, it's still like a 50-50 answer, like something like that. Yeah, but I guess I choose the business one because like businessman is cannot be replaced by robots, right?
Yeah, critical thinking.
It will never replace a businessman, the robots. So yeah, I choose the business because it's uncontested with the robots. Yeah, and it's still like a 50-50 answer because the business is like high risk, high reward kind of jobs. Yeah, so you should whether you should be careful or should be risky, it's up to you. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and the other two, I think.
Oh, okay, so hold on. So you would choose the professional path and study business, and then the first reason is because it would be uncontested to compete or to be worried about a robot taking over your job.
Yeah.
But what would be the second reason? Saying that it's risky is not. It's not really a reason to choose.
Rewarding. It's rewarding.
Oh, it can be much more rewarding. Okay. All right. Yeah. So why not the other two again?
About the robot engineering things. I guess
technology.
The technology. At that point, because I was kicked out of the company because of robots, right? Yeah. It should be the robotics, the technology at that point should be pretty damn advanced. And those robots manufacturer or scientists or someone like that should be pretty advanced. And like they should like be spending their whole life studying for that. If I'm not, it's really terrible for me because I'm spending a lot of time, spending a lot of time learning about robotics.
So basically, you're saying like if to go into the technology, like let's say robotics, for example, that you're going to actually build the robots, you're saying you would have a disadvantage because you haven't spent the most of your life in that field already. You'd be too far behind the curve. Is that what you mean? Too hard for you to catch up? Is that what you mean?
Like it depends about my IQ or my learning.
You have to have an interest in
ability.
It, for sure.
Yeah. I guess my learning ability is not. It's not enough to fulfill that task. Yeah, so I'm not sure choose that.
Okay, we gotta move on. Yes, go to the next one because we're way too much time. Okay, so the last one: why not self-employment or entrepreneurship?
Self-employment because it's also pretty contested at that time because the technology is also advanced, right? So like some social medias like Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, something like that should be huge right now. It's already huge, and it should get huger over time.
Bigger.
And there will be a lot of YouTuber or TikTokers or something like that contested with each other. And I don't think my humor.
Not go into YouTubing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But no farms for you?
Farms?
No farms?
Yeah, I think it's outdated. Yeah, those vlog thing. People going to YouTube just watching robots fighting each other or gaming or something like that. Yeah.
All right, time is up. We're gonna move on to part 3.
Part 3.
All right, part 3, topic development. We're going to discuss the topic of the use of land. The statement is, some people think it is more important to use land for farming, housing, industry than saving land for endangered animals, like national parks, things like that.
Yep.
As guided in the outline below, the mini map, some suggestions that you could use are the security of the land, the people, the ecosystem or environment, mental or physical health, and of course, your own ideas. So I will give you 1 minute to prepare your answer, starting now. Your time is up, mister. Do you agree or disagree? What's your opinion?
My opinion is pretty mixed here. Like those, both of those things, the environmental thing and the industrial one. The rule for everything that have pros and cons on the whole universe, that is, should be balanced to each other. Like the nutrition on the food, you should be balanced. Yeah, it should be balanced.
Balanced, right?
Yeah. So yeah, it should be like 50% for the industry and 50% for. No, I think it's the industry one is should be like a push up the curve like a little bit here. But the thing is, those thing is less efficient than the than those ordinary things like a combustion engine or something using oil, something like that. Because if you use those green thing, the efficiency of the factory will be lower, and it means your economy will be
emissions will be less. Yeah,
yeah, it will take longer because your economy is not yet developed enough to get rid of them to transform to the green. So I think at this time we still need a lots of technology, lots of production things that we need to improve. So we can we still can use those unfriendly things more prominently to boost our economy, so we can get rid of them sooner. Yeah, and the technology will be developed.
Okay,
faster.
We gotta move on. What about some of the benefits that we could have by keeping our cities and countryside green? What are some of the benefits?
It's pretty obvious. Like the environmental around will be better. The amenities, the scenery, yeah, it will make people live healthier or even happier, and therefore people can work a little bit more efficient. Yeah,
efficiently. Okay, all right. A couple last questions here. Yeah, efficiently. Be efficient or work efficiently.
Yep.
Now this is strange times. Things are changing very fast now.
Yep.
I know specifically Western countries, we've seen a lot of people move out of cities into the countryside because a lot more people can work at home. Whereas traditionally before, 3 years ago or more, before COVID and stuff came along, a lot of people, cities were growing at a much faster rate. Do you think more people will move to the countryside or the cities in the future from now on? Where do you think the rise is going to be the same, or do you think there's going to be another change? Do you think it'll go back to normal? What do you think?
Yeah, this is a tough question too, because I guess if at one point of the time during the future, I guess when the technology is developed enough, and people don't need to work in polluted and dangerous place, polluted place like cities anymore. Yeah, people will move to the countryside to get better jobs.
So potentially more people will move to the countryside.
Yeah, in the future. Not near future, though. It's still, the world is still very city centralized.
A little different. We were talking about land use. So I'm curious, in your opinion, what are some of the negative effects of farming today as opposed to 50 years ago or 100 years ago?
Yeah, the negative effect is like people are using more like chemical, chemicals to boost the production, use combustion machine, to harvest. It's also emit some emission, to the atmosphere.
So mostly the chemicals.
Yeah, and therefore it's less environmental friendly than the old methods. Yeah.
Okay. Lose the pen.
Yeah.
All right. Last question. We know that technology is being produced and evolving faster than ever before. Do you think modern technology is advancing too rapidly? Is it happening too fast? We can't control it, or not fast enough? What do you think?
I guess I think it's we can't tell if the technology is advanced fast or not, because like we standing like in a stalemate in a point in history where where everywhere on earth is is almost everywhere on earth is peaceful, because we just just about not close to a century, not close to a century after the previous big war, the World War II, or like Vietnam War for Vietnamese, something like that. So we can tell if technologies developed fast or not, because we need time. The time will tell. Yeah.
Okay, so time will tell. Absolutely. All right, buddy, we're done. You got another test done, so I will edit this for you, and then we will get cracking on our Interest 40 C1. Yep. All right, good to see you, buddy. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week too.
Bye-bye.
I will leave my army to invade some more countries.
What? The what?
I will let my army to invade more countries because I'm a current. Maybe it's because of the mic.
The mic, yeah.
Like, I will let my army to invade more countries because I'm the colonel. Yeah. Goodbye.
The colonel is back. All right. See you later, buddy.